This time we're going to be adding two vectors together. To start this out, I'm going to write down the component form of vector A and the component form of vector B. Okay, so if I look over at my vectors, A is going over 2, up 3. So my component form would be 2, 3. B is going over 3 and down 3. So 3, and since it went down, it's negative 3. Well, what happens when I add those component forms together? Well, 3 plus a negative 3 is 0, and 2 plus 3 is 5. So my answer is going to be, for A plus B, I'm really having a hard time with my pen here, is going to be 5, 0. Okay, what are we going to do with that? What does that mean? Are you always going to write down your component forms and add them together? I'm going to show you how to get it off of a graph now. For just a moment, I'm going to ignore the vectors that are drawn, and I'm going to redraw them with respect to the origin. Okay, so A is over 2 up 3. So here we go. Here's my initial point, and there's my terminal point. Then B, it says, is over 3 down 3. So over 1, 2, 3, down 1, 2, 3. So what our answer is it says it's 5, 0. So I'm going to draw it in here in a different color. 5, 0 is that right there. So the question that we have to ask ourselves is how? How are we going from, or adding these two vectors together and getting A plus B, which is the purple vector in the middle? So I want you to think for a minute. If we start out at A, so this was my A vector, okay, and I went from the origin over 2 up 3, then remember this is a direction here. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to say, okay, let's continue going from A, this is where I ended, I'm going to now go B, because remember I'm combining these together. I'm saying, okay, I went this far for A, now how far am I going to go for B? Well, I'm going to go over 3 and down 3. That's how far I'm going to go. Now I didn't land up perfectly because I'm writing with a funky pen, but where did I end it up? I ended up right there. Does it kind of make sense there? I'm going to draw this again. So I want you to think of it again. I started here and I'm adding two vectors again. So from A, I started here and then I ended here. So now what I need to do is I need to continue going. B is going to be starting here because I'm continuing on from where I ended, and I'm going to end here. So the end result, how far did I go from where I started to where I ended? Well, I went over 5 up 0, which is my component form 5, 0.